Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, the governor announces housing assistance and who's eligible for it.
Plus, the very latest on a school shooting that happened in Minnesota. But first,
kind of knocked you down a little bit because, we never hassle you about it. We just ask you kindly, please put it in when you step through our door.
Tonight, some customers taking mask frustrations out on restaurant workers. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. For those in the restaurant industry, it's been a challenging 2 years amid the pandemic.
Yeah, between shutdowns and staff shortages, they have been through a lot, no doubt. But on top of that, now some workers are seeing backlash over the county mask mandate. And Channel 8's Alexis Skineski joins us now with more on that story.
Some customers across the capital city are lashing out on restaurant workers over ongoing pandemic rules, leaving some servers with empty pockets.
Justin Jordan does a little bit of everything at Cohen Japanese Barbecue and Sushi near 27th and Yankee Hill. For the last 3 years, he's loved serving customers, but lately it's become a challenge. The staff asks patrons to wear a mask in the restaurant and lobby area while waiting to be seated because of the Lancaster County mask mandate. But the staff is taking some backlash for it.
Majority of people that come through our doors in other restaurants that we've seen, they keep them on, they put them on. But for every 20 people that put them on, it's a couple people that walk through the door that are kind of fighting back and not wanting to do it.
On Friday, Justin's coworker received this ticket. No tip and a note at the bottom saying no mask hassle, something the staff unfortunately has seen before.
I wouldn't say a slap in the face, but kind of knocked you down a little bit because, we never hassle you about it. We just ask you kindly, please put it in when you step through our door. Please respect our wishes. He
understands masks are annoying and restaurant staff are tired of them too. But when you don't tip a server who has no say on the matter, it's unfair.
That's been the toughest situation is getting that blowback from people about the mandate. We didn't implement it. No restaurants around here implemented it. It was a mandate through a high power. And what we try to do is just beg and plead someone's like, hey, it's not us. We're just following the rules.
This scenario is playing out in many restaurants across Nebraska, and it's become much worse than just no tip, but people becoming verbally abusive.
Many restaurants have a host to seat you, to take you to your table. And many times those are a younger person. That's going to be maybe somebody who's 16, 17, 18 years old. And they're being threatened when they're asking the guests to put on a mask to come into the restaurant or to go to their table. They're being actually physically threatened.
Reporting in Lincoln, Alexis Skineski, Channel 8 News.
All right, thanks, Alexa. And as we said, this is an issue in many communities.
Yeah, in Omaha, several organizations sent a letter to the Douglas County Health Director. They're frustrated by the backlash they've been getting on the mask mandate there. It's gotten bad enough that police have gotten involved.
Because there were customers that were calling the police on each other. And they had come back a couple of times, and finally the police were fed up, and they said, if we come back again, we're going to cite you, the person working at the store. There's no way to cite the person working at the store.
The Restaurant Association says people are out of control and something needs to be done. They say they're all getting tired of wearing masks, but to please be kind and considerate of one another. And when it comes to restaurants, we know a lot of them have gone under during the pandemic.
No doubt about that. The National Restaurant Association forecasts sales to be up $35 billion this year compared to 2019, so there's some good news there. However, only 25% of restaurants believe they're going to be more profitable this year. Many of them facing challenges like finding and keeping employees, rising costs, supply chain issues, and a smaller consumer base.
A big endorsement in the governor race, the Nebraska Farm Bureau is backing Jim Pillen.
Nebraska Farm Bureau says it polled county leaders across the state. It says a big reason many of them went with Pillen is because they say he understands the challenges and issues that are being faced by ag producers. Pillen says the endorsement fits in with his grassroots approach.
It's incredibly humbling and overwhelming, and we're very, very grateful. I'm a believer you win a statewide race by grassroots campaigning, and we've been working tirelessly. Getting the grassroots endorsement from the Farm Bureau is what we're all about.
The Nebraska Farm Bureau endorsement is an all-in endorsement with the whole organization taking a part in the campaign process.
Congressman Jeff Fortenberry may have a new trial date. It's currently scheduled for February 15th, but prosecutors filed a motion last week to postpone it a month. A judge still has to sign off on that change, though. The 9-time congressman has pleaded not guilty to accusations of lying to federal investigators. Are you having a tough time paying your house mortgage? If so, help could be on the way.
A new assistance program just launched an hour and a half ago. You see, it comes after Nebraska received $50 million from the American Rescue Plan Act to help families here in Nebraska keep them in their homes. There are some income requirements, and you have to prove loss of income or gain of expenses due to the pandemic.
The program cannot be used for utility payments, but help will still be available for homeowners who need that type of assistance through the Department of Health and Human Services Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, also known as LIHEAP. NHAF is partnering with the Nebraska Housing Developers Association, housing counselors, and Legal Aid of Nebraska to work with applicants as appropriate.
In November, there were more than 18,000 home loans that were delinquent or past due here in Nebraska. To see if you qualify, you can either apply online at nebraskahaf.com or you can call that number there, 844-565-7146. And if you didn't get this jotted down, no problem. We're going to have this information on our website, klkntv.com. Now to an update on a crash involving a motorcycle.
Police telling us that the 18-year-old motorcyclist has died from his injuries. Officials say 18-year-old Austin Kinzer passed away yesterday afternoon. The crash happened last Friday. LPD says 19-year-old Edward Walters was driving a Suburban north on Antelope Valley Parkway and says he didn't notice the motorcycle when he turned left, and that's when they collided. Police have not confirmed any charges against Walters. Now to national news. One student is dead and another in critical condition after a school shooting in Minnesota.
It happened in a Minneapolis suburb, and the suspects are still at large tonight.
Officers arrived and discovered 2 students have been shot on the sidewalk outside of the school. Officers quickly determined that the suspects had fled the scene immediately after the shooting took place. Unfortunately, one of the students succumbed to his injuries. The other student remains in critical condition at this time.
As you heard, the 2 students who were shot were found on the sidewalk outside of the school around noon today. The suspects, again, did get away. Area schools were placed on lockdown, but those have since been lifted. But police say there is no ongoing threat to the public and that the investigation, of course, continues tonight.
Time now for a check of our first forecast. And John, it's a little chillier, a little cold today.
What a difference a day makes, huh? Hey, if you were up this morning at about 3:30 in the morning, that's when we hit our high temperature of the day. We hit 42 degrees, and it's been dropping since. We spent much of the afternoon, at least in the capital city, between 35 and 37. But take a look. Remember yesterday when we were sitting, what was it, in the low 60s? Well, today we're talking temperatures running 30 degrees cooler than 24 hours ago. It is 30 degrees in Lincoln, 31 in Beatrice, down to 29 in Fairbury, and it's 25 degrees in Columbus. We've got a strong northerly wind giving us wind gusts 25 to 32 mile per hour winds right now in York, 26 mile per hour winds in Lincoln, and that's giving us wind chill values right now down into the teens for most of southeast Nebraska. Now you can see we've got cloud cover overhead right now, but as we zoom into the far southeast corner of the state, we may be seeing a few light snow showers down towards Pawnee City and down towards Falls City, and that's likely where the snow will remain, although I can't rule out the chance for a few snowflakes flying tonight in Lincoln or areas to the south. Cold front is off to our south, and this is where the main action is going to be over the next couple of days, where there are winter storm warnings that are now, or I should say winter storm warnings, winter storm watches, and winter weather advisories, including 22 states and spanning over 2,100 miles across the country, all due to the storm that has been developing out into the Texas Panhandle. But luckily, it's going to miss us just to the south. 27 degrees by 8 o'clock, 24 degrees by 10. We've got a cold night coming, wind chill values dipping below 0, but wait till you see temperatures tomorrow and what the wind chills will be like by Thursday morning. We'll take a closer look at that coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, I guess we'll come back to you. Thanks, John. Now in international news, the very latest in the diplomatic efforts to avoid a military crisis between Russia and Ukraine.
Russian President Vladimir Putin saying the United States and its NATO allies have ignored his demands, but that there are still opportunities for more talks. ABC's Eyewitness is in Washington with more.
Russian President Vladimir Putin at an event with Hungary's prime minister, responding to the United States' written rejection of his demands that Ukraine never be allowed to join NATO and that the alliance won't pull troops from Eastern European members. Putin saying he didn't see an adequate response to his demands. Still, Putin says the door will be open for more diplomatic talks, going so far to say he'll be willing to end the standoff over Ukraine and NATO forces if his demands are taken seriously. But those demands are non-starters and amount to bullying Ukraine, U.S. officials say, especially with the Kremlin's buildup of 100,000 Russian troops near Ukraine's border. Meanwhile, a show of support from the UK. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson meeting with Ukrainian President Zelensky, calling Russia a clear and present danger.
We are also preparing a package of sanctions and other measures to be enacted the moment the first Russian tow cap crosses further into Ukrainian territory.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken and his Russian counterpart speaking again on the phone. The little progress seemed to be made.
The secretary made clear to Foreign Minister Lavrov, as he has before, that we are prepared to engage in serious diplomacy with the Russian Federation on a reciprocal basis.
Prime Minister Boris Johnson warned Putin that the citizens of Ukraine are ready to put up a fierce and bloody fight if they're invaded, and that the Russian people should think about that too. Eyewitness, ABC News, Washington.
And coming up tonight, well, this time it's official. Tom Brady is retiring from the NFL.
A closer look at the announcement and reaction to it after the break. Following days of speculation and rumor, Tom Brady, the most successful quarterback in NFL history, officially announcing his retirement.
Brady taking to Instagram Tuesday morning, thanking the league, his team, and fans. ABC's Morgan Norwood has more on what's next for the NFL legend.
After days of speculation, legendary quarterback Tom Brady officially announcing his retirement. Writing on Instagram, "I am not going to make that competitive commitment anymore. I have loved my NFL career, and now it is time to focus my time and energy on other things." News of Brady's pending retirement was first reported on ESPN on Saturday, his family and the Buccaneers denying he had made a final decision. Monday night on his SiriusXM podcast, Brady making it clear he was still thinking it over.
It's a good week for me, and I'm just still going through the process that I said I was going through. So sometimes it takes some time to really evaluate how you feel and what you want to do. And I think when the time's right, I'll be ready to make a decision.
Tom Brady has long stated his desire to spend more time with his wife and 3 children, despite still playing at the top of his game. The 44-year-old is stepping away after leading the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to a Super Bowl title last season. In his announcement, Brady thanking the Buccaneers, his teammates, and coach Bruce Arians. And though Tom Brady's post never made mention of his longtime former team, the New England Patriots, team owner Robert Kraft writing a heartfelt statement, expressing gratitude for Tom, saying, quote, "I have the greatest respect for Tom personally and always will." Tom Brady leaves the league with the most championships won by a single player, along with 5 Super Bowl MVPs.
This is a person who does not lose the competitive spirit just because he's retiring from football. Yes, his focus, of course, will be on his family, and that was priority number 1 when making this decision, but he also has other career ambitions, and I think that soon we'll find out some of what those are.
And from Russell Wilson to Julian Edelman, former teammates and players from around the league all congratulating Tom Brady on his retirement. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell saying today that Brady will be remembered as one of the greatest to ever play in the NFL. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now, your Storm Alert Team Forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
As a die-hard and longtime Colts fan, I can't reference that person before. But we can talk about weather and about how cold it's gotten. How exciting is that? Hey, we've got a lot of clouds that have moved into the area right now. Remember yesterday when we were sitting at 60 degrees? It doesn't feel like it at all today. Our live view right now from Honda of Lincoln showing kind of a cold-looking late afternoon heading towards the evening across Lincoln. Take a look at the temperatures. We're sitting now into the upper 20s to right around 30 degrees at the airport. High temperature for the day occurred right around 3:30 this morning, hit 42 degrees. So if you were up at that time and enjoying the warmth, I'm glad you did, because the temperatures have been sliding throughout the day. Right now it's 31 degrees in Beatrice, already down to 29 in Fairbury. Look in Columbus, it's 25, 24 Central City, and we've got 27 degrees for those of you in Grand Island. Factor in the wind that's out of the north, and we have wind chill values into the teens and now below the teens in Columbus, Grand Island, as well as New York. Still sitting in the low 20s is what it feels like from Beatrice to Hebron. Now, as we take a look at radar, things are relatively quiet for most of us. I can't rule out the chance for a few snow flurries flying around the skies of southeast Nebraska, especially from Lincoln and areas to the south. We are seeing some very light snow falling down towards Falls City, also over towards Pawnee City. We may see a dusting to an inch of snow down towards Falls City, but I think that's going to be about it. I don't expect any accumulation back further to the west from any snow that we see, and you can see that on Stormcast tonight, keeping the best chances for some snow showers and snow flurries down to the south and southeast as we go through the overnight hours and into early tomorrow morning. Otherwise, temperatures tonight are going to be on the cold side. We're going to be down into the single digits to right around 12 degrees. At times by morning, wind chill values going as low as 4 degrees below zero. Now by 9 o'clock in the morning, we're looking at wind chills by Stormcast going 5 below to as much as 10 below out towards the Kearney area. And I'll take you through the day showing you we're going to keep clouds overhead. So normally I show you temperatures, but I'm showing you the wind chills tomorrow to give you an idea what it's going to feel like tomorrow. And by noon, it's going to feel near zero in Lincoln. Same story in Beatrice and elsewhere, just below zero. As we get through the afternoon, at best, we're talking wind chills maybe up to 4 to 5 degrees above zero. So it's going to be a chilly day tomorrow. High temperatures only getting into the upper teens to right around 20 degrees. Winds tomorrow sustained 10 to 20 miles per hour with gusts to 25 miles per hour. Now, tomorrow evening for the wind chills, they will be low. In fact, they're going to be much colder, I think, is what it's going to feel like as we get towards Thursday morning. I wouldn't be surprised if we get some wind chill values upwards of 18 degrees below zero in some locations, because the winds are going to stay up overnight through Thursday morning. And the temperatures will likely be down in the single digits once again. And luckily that wind is going to be blowing around to keep our air temperature from dropping below zero. Thursday is going to be a cold day, 18 degrees under partly cloudy skies, 37 degrees on Friday. And by the way, that wind chill listed for tomorrow, that's going to be during the afternoon, where you can see wind chills anywhere from 8 below to as much as 7 above. By the weekend, temperatures start to warm back up. We're back up into the mid-40s. Look at this. By Monday and Tuesday, we're in the 50s to near 60 degrees. And then by the middle and end of next week, we're seeing temperatures once again back up in the mid-50s. I put out a poll on my Twitter account earlier today saying, for southeast Nebraska, or at least for the Lincoln area, do we think we're going to see what would happen first, a 60-degree reading or an inch of snow? Right now, looks like the 60-degree reading has a better chance than the 1 inch of snow this time of year.
Isn't that crazy? All right. Thank you very much, John. Well, here is a look at Wall Street. A great day today. The Dow is up 273 points. NASDAQ gaining 106. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
Tonight, as parts of the country
Finally tonight, a 99-year-old goes downhill skiing and cops go after Elsa for all the snow.
Here's tonight's Take a Look at This.
With all this snow, there's a lot to show, so away we go without further ado. That's not right. The longest sled dog race in the contiguous United States got underway in Minnesota. More than 60 mushers and their canine teams are competing in 3 events, including the 300-mile title event and the annual John Bear Grease sled dog race. The grueling trek through freezing temps takes roughly 4 days, with only sporadic checkpoints to rest the dogs. Snow-loving rescue dogs in California were in their element as they put on a safety demonstration for skiers and snowboarders in Truckee. The dogs are trained to find human scents underneath the snow in case of an avalanche, and trainers with the North Star Ski Patrol say the work comes naturally to the dogs. A 99-year-old woman in South Dakota took to the slopes for the very first time just before her 100th birthday. Family members were there every step of the way to help Edith Warren cross downhill skiing off her bucket list. She enjoyed it so much, she ended up making 3 runs down the mountain.
This was wonderful.
Finally, who's to blame for all this snow? Well, the Pickens Police Department in South Carolina may have cracked the case. Body cam video shows them arresting infamous Ice Queen Elsa, who waived her right to remain silent. She was later booked and brought in to stand trial, but literally froze the proceedings and breezed out the door. Officials now consider it a cold case. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Just Elsa? They didn't go after Anna too?
I don't know, but like they said, it remains a cold case, so maybe things will heat up and they'll find out what's going on.
John, I feel like we're one of the few people missing out on that snow.
Yeah, the only place we may see a little snow is down towards Falls City, and they can see maybe up to an inch of snow overnight. The rest of us not seeing a whole lot. We are just missing out on this snow storm that's going to produce anywhere from 1 to 2 feet of snow across portions of Missouri through Illinois and Indiana. Right now, wind chills are in the teens, nearing single digits in some locations. And as we go through the rest of the night, it's going to remain on the cold side. 27 degrees by 8, 24 by 10. We will see the air temperature dropping to 12, but we will likely see wind chills dropping below 0 as we get through tomorrow morning.
All right, thank you, John, and thank you all for joining us.
World News is next. We'll see you back here at 6.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand. Closed captioning on Channel 8 Eyewitness News is brought to you by Christensen Hearing.